In this review, I'm going to discuss a tactical carrier vest, which I picked up for my own personal use. It's made by Patriot Performance Materials, and it's referred to as a TCVWO. I'm assuming that has something to do with tactical carrier vest. It is a plate carrier. It's designed for soft armor as well as hard plates. I couldn't find much about this particular vest on Patriot Performance Materials website. They obviously are a military contractor. They build Mil-Spec quality vests and pouches and things like that for the military. I did not buy this directly from them. I bought this from a eBay seller, and it was new and unused. As you can see, it still has the tags on it, for a very, very minimal amount of money. I believe I paid like $17.75 for this. So this is not an offshore made, poor quality item by any means. It's made in the USA. I'll run down the specs in a second. I wanted to mention that the eBay seller has these. They have some desert camo. I think they have some other different types of camo. No multicam or anything. I'll put the name of the eBay seller in the description, but I'll mention it. He's called Stillwood Performance Gear. And so let's talk about this tactical carrier vest made by Patriot Performance. It's listed as being made out of Cordura Mil-43734 Class 3 material. 1-inch Mil-Spec webbing. Obviously it's completely USA made, as well as the YKK zippers, which are USA made. It has front and rear ballistic pockets. It'll hold soft armor, as well as SAPI or BALCS or ESAPI plates. The shoulders are adjustable, and it has a drag handle. Now, the way the cummerbund on this is set up, you can't really run this vest without the cummerbund, because there's no way to hook the sides of the vest together without the cummerbund. And the cummerbund is not designed to hold any type of plates. The way the soft armor would go into this, the edges of the soft armor would wrap around your sides underneath your arm. So I believe that's how that's designed to provide protection. And then you get your front center plate and a rear plate, and there's separate pockets inside for the plates, which I will try to show. Now those are the specs, and everything pretty much I've said so far is a positive, as well as the price is a positive. This obviously did not come with soft armor, did not come with hard plates, of course, didn't come with any pouches. The negative right off the bat is the color. The color is listed as wheat. Now, wheat could mean a lot of things. What it means is it's not coyote brown. Wheat is not even really tan. It's a shade of tan, but for example, this name tape, which I'll stick up there, that's a desert tan name tape with dark brown lettering on it, and you can see that it's lighter than this material. It's a fairly close match. It's going to be a closer match than Coyote Brown, but it's not 100%, because it's not wheat. It's tan. So if that's of a concern to you, take that into consideration if you end up buying something that's labeled as being wheat in color. If you have, these types of desert tan pouches to put on here, it's a fairly good match, but it's not a 100% match. Coyote brown isn't even close, so it's like it would be two contrasting colors. And I'll show that. I'm going to I'll install some Coyote brown magazine pouches here in a second, and I'll show you what that looks like. Right now I have it put together and just kind of standing here, and it's doing a pretty good job of standing on its own. You can see that the shoulders here are adjustable with these Velcro straps. So, you can get this adjusted to your body size and then adjust the shoulders. The tags that are still on it, one says crafted with pride in the USA. And this other one, which is really faded, has a part number that says 610015, I believe, and it says TCVWO Tactical Carrier Vest without ballistics, modular, small, wheat, and has a website, patriotmaterials.com. Hard to read, but that's what the tag says. On the inside, you've got some, if you can see it, Patriot Performance Materials, lists the website, Cordura by DuPont, the size, and a skull. There's some numbering down here. It looks like a phone number. It's not an NSN number. I couldn't find an NSN number on this anywhere, so this may be military overrun or surplus. I don't know for sure. Could have been prototype. It's hard to say. The seller that I mentioned, the eBay seller, had about 10 of these in small. I think they have some in medium, or he has some in medium. The front right up here is obviously it's thick enough for a name tape. You see, I got a name tape across here on the front. There's also Velcro on the back, 2 rows on the back, suitable for morale patches, or if you want to put something else on there. The Cumberbund is attached with these. I don't know exactly what these are called, but they're for stringing pouches through MOLLE. Normally they're straps with snaps on it, and these are plastic things that are removable. And you run them through the MOLLE on here, and you can adjust how wide the Cumberbund needs to be for your purposes. And the Cumberbund, this is only removable by unzipping the Cumberbund here. And of course that's a YKK zipper, so you've got Velcro that holds the Cumberbund in place. And I'll go ahead and I'll take this apart off camera here and give you a better view of it. Alright, this is I've got the Cumberbund unzipped here, and you can see the front of this is all Velcro here, and you got a single roll of MOLLE, and to get access to where the soft armor or the plates would go, we've got Velcro on the bottom, which this is pretty typical to a lot of tactical vests. And if we open up that, you could fit your standard soft armor in there, and then of course your plate armor has a separate Velcro pocket to put the plate in there. And I've taken this all apart. This is all good quality, very well made. No complaints at all. I'm not a vest expert by any means. I've got some experience with some London Bridge and some 511 vests, and obviously military surplus stuff, IBV stuff, in ACU and some USMC surplus stuff. So I have a little bit of experience and exposure to it. This is good, good quality. I don't know this particular style of vest, I don't know if this is considered a good style or a bad style. It's definitely not a quick release. It doesn't have a quick release mechanism on it. I mean, you've got to unzip the zipper and pull apart the cummerbund to pull this off. So I don't think it qualifies as a quick release. I don't have any problems getting in and out of it because once you get the cummerbund adjusted for your size and you get this wrapped around you and pull the cummerbund up, the two pieces of the cummerbund together, and you just zip it up. So I mean, it's easy for me to get in and out of, but an emergency situation, it's not like there's a quick release buckle or something like that. So I don't know if that's a negative for these types of vests or not. I like the adjustable shoulder straps. The only thing that I was a little bit disappointed about with like the shoulder strap area was, there's no D-rings up here. So if I wanted to run an integrated 1-point sling for my rifle that I could clip onto D-rings or something of that nature, it's not here. But I know that there are aftermarket add-on D-rings that you can run through your MOLLE, and it adds a D-ring, and then I can run something over here. But the way these adjustments are for the shoulder, there's really no elastic or any type of hold downs or guides to run the sling here. So I'd be kind of, I'd have to run a sling attached to this MOLLE up here or something. I haven't quite worked that out because I don't have a sling like that. I've got a couple of MS3 Magpul slings. So, but I was looking at getting some sort of a sling that I could integrate in with this carrier that would be permanently attached to the carrier. So something to do down the road, and considering placements. This another thing I noticed, this Velcro area up here, it's not that large. I mean, it's 2 rows of 1-inch MOLLE, which I guess you could put a morale patch up here, but I kind of expected something a little bit more larger for the morale patch. Name tape, definitely not a problem. That's not a real downside. I would probably normally only run a name tape and a flag, and you saw my name tape, whatever I did with it. It's around here somewhere. I'm gonna put a couple of Coyote brown pouches on here so you can see what this looks like if you were to run it with Coyote brown stuff. Okay, after fighting with the MOLLE for a little bit, I got some pouches installed. You can see these Fire Force Marine Corps pouches, military surplus, are Coyote brown. The flaps on them are kind of a lighter color, at least on these. Some of these flaps are a little darker, and some of these are a little bit more washed out. Obviously these are all used, so they've all seen different types of wear. And you can see the the Coyote brown versus the wheat color. Now this little pouch up here, this is a Gerber multi-tool pouch. I believe this is not Coyote brown. I think it's Coyote tan, if I remember right. It's definitely lighter color than the magazine pouches, but it also has a lighter color. Well, no, I guess the flap's the same color, but so you can see the contrast here with these different Coyote brown magazines, pouches, the desert tan name tape that's on there, and then of course the Coyote tan Gerber pouch, which I just threw on right there. Gives you some idea of the contrast. I mean, it doesn't look too bad when you mix the wheat and the Coyote tan. You definitely can't go wrong with the price. That's for sure. For a high quality USA made Mil-Spec plate carrier. So, if you were getting the desert camouflage color, the old school army camouflage, or you were doing something else like a jungle camouflage or something, it might not be as much of a problem. So, and you know me with my other videos, you hear me talking about color variants and things like that. So I'm kind of a stickler to those types of what some might consider irrelevant details. So I think don't have anything else to add to this particular vest review. Putting these pouches on, I didn't have any problems, weaving the MOLLE. MOLLE's always, tight and somewhat challenging. Gives your fingers a good workout. The MOLLE's all sewn to, Mil-Spec standards, so these pouches went on without, there wasn't any fitment issues. I've seen some packs and some vests that are made overseas, and the MOLLE, it's too small. You can't weave, these types of pouches through it because it's too small. It's not made correctly. Not the case here. This is all solidly stitched, very well built. So price is right, $17.75 plus shipping, of course, for the Patriot Performance Tactical Carrier Vest.